It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 642.
What is happening, guys? What's going on? Actually, what is going on is you, Josh, 1.5 meter rule, mate. Who's that guy next to you?
Oh, we forgot about that.
Happy Harry's here with me.
Yes.
Are you happy though, Harry? Because it is
No,
a
because
time
I
where...
put up with Josh in the car singing a song about the world ending.
No, I forgot the song. It's the end of the world as we know it.
And that's the only words he knows.
And I feel fine.
Yeah.
But no, it is stuck in my head at the moment.
Well,
I'm
it
sorry.
really is. As we know, Sevs, look at his face. He's already thinking too much Corona banter. Can we have like some kind of like a paddle that you hold up when there's too much Corona banter? Maybe you can hold up a Corona bottle. Is that
Yeah, great. Or maybe it's oh no, that doesn't work. I was about to say you could have a Corona. It could be a level and you drink depending
Oh,
on
yeah, a
how
drinking
much
game.
banter there is.
Yeah. Or whenever we say Corona, Josh, Mason drinks a sip of a Corona.
Oh, that's funny. Would you do that, Sevs?
Please, I'll buy you.
Yeah,
the
we can do it.
That would be
Okay,
so
great.
funny. Over the whole show, he'll just be smashing beer and hating it, which is
Yeah.
great. Harry, you've I mean, I called you only 2 days ago, and I said,
Yes.
mate, I heard you're in lockdown.
Oh, tell me about it. Oh, RMIT.
No, I want you to tell me about it.
RMIT's a bit behind the 8 ball, so we've still got classes, and everybody's been cranky about it, but they just released information the other day that they're stopping classes next week, which is good. But my accommodation building's practically in lockdown, which is a little bit scary.
So have
So we
you
got an email
escaped?
saying-
What's going on?
What do you mean?
Why are
Oh,
you
the-
here? Why are you at Josh's house?
Because I was hungry and I've got no food? No.
No, that is sort of true.
Yeah.
He had yesterday, he had lettuce and cherry tomatoes, and he spent 2 hours trying to make a salad with those two things.
Oh no.
Because there's no
Harry.
food in the supermarket.
Lara says, I'm at RMIT too. They've been piss poor when it comes to organisation.
It's a bloody
great.
disgrace, Lara.
Yeah.
And
That's
so,
horrible. Hayden Dib's just concerned about drinks tomorrow night.
Dib, they're off.
Are they?
Oh no, sorry. Doing drinks in person is not happening. Virtual drinks are happening.
Yeah, virtual drinks.
But what confused me is Hayden said tomorrow night. I've told Gemma that we're doing the show at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Why? Why don't we? Wasn't the whole thing that we were going to do Friday drinks at night?
Friday Arvo drinks.
Yeah, then why don't we do that?
Yeah, 1 p.m. Is that okay?
No,
quite
I'm not
early.
fucking drinking at 1 p.m. I've got shit I need to do tomorrow from home.
Well, so you can't have a drink at 1 p.m. You're not comfortable with that?
Absolutely not.
It's only one. You can just have one.
No,
Yeah,
I can't have
surely
one,
isn't it
Harry.
like Friday? Isn't that like a lunchtime thing? Isn't that what a lot of people do?
Yeah, some people do it. What you do? Do you do it? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
yeah, I'm happy to do it. I think you just like there's so many rules. Why are you being so
Be a
funny
rebel,
about what
yeah.
time?
All right, Mason. I'll buy you a 6-pack and we'll do the Corona drinking game tomorrow. Actually,
Okay, great.
I mean, you're not one for the rules, TJ. I've asked you multiple times to put Tommy Jackett,
Yeah,
capital
capital.
T,
Oh.
capital J, and then a space. And for
I
whatever
like it.
reason,
I like it as is.
Mm.
But it's actually how you see it on Instagram, on Twitter,
So
on
you're more your handle.
YouTube.
Why don't you change your name by default just at Tommy Jackett then?
Can you? I wonder if someone are you allowed to use an @ symbol in your name? Can you create a handle as your name legally? That'd be funny.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Sean Parker says he votes for afternoon drinks.
Yeah.
You're gonna read that full message, by the way. Afternoon/evening drinks.
Yeah. Well, it's going to go through to the evening for you, Sebs. It's going to be an absolute fuckfest at your joint later in the day.
Why?
After all the beers he's going to drink on the show.
But what do you mean fuckfest? Well, with who?
I don't know. With
your
anybody
business.
after 6 drinks for him. That's what's going to happen. You
What
know.
are you, what are you moving around?
Hit something.
That's very...
Um,
yeah. I mean, Harry is... I thought, because Harry, you've told me about your history with cleanliness and making sure that you
OCD.
you had a bit of OCD.
Yep.
And so I allowed you to come in here because I thought you were going to be,
Hygienic.
yeah, like really on top of this shit.
Do you want me to unzip my thing?
No, you've got, yeah, he got pizza all over his top, but he's just been touching shit unnecessarily. He had his face,
Yeah.
he had a face mask on, but he took the face mask off, put it on the coffee table, and then he's put his phone on the mask.
What's wrong with that?
Surely that's not hygienic because it was like the inside of it. So he's like putting the yucky stuff on the directly on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Harry, have you
That's not
talked
okay.
openly about your OCD in a public forum?
Not really, no.
Would
So
you
I
share?
was-
Would you share any of it with us?
Yeah, so when I started year 7, I went to the psych and they told me like, oh, you're showing symptoms of OCD or whatever it was.
What was
whatever
what was the cause of going to the psych in the first place? Like what was?
I can't remember why we went in the first place. But anyway, I ended up in hospital for 3 months, pretty much, at a mental sort of hospital, and it was the best time ever. Like, I loved it. I could go again tomorrow. Like,
Tell us about it. What do you mean? What?
it was just, you can't say it's funny, but it was funny. Like, it was,
You were there for 3 months. 3 months is a
Yeah.
long time
yeah.
to be in a hospital.
Hmm.
And so, what was it like? So when you see people washing their hands and shit, is it a bit, and all this stuff that's happening at the moment with you know, we're constantly being told to do all this stuff. Is that reminding you or triggering anything from the past?
Not really, no. I've lost a lot of skin on my hands. See,
Mm.
I've got like gaps in my skin. I'm red raw in some parts because I've been washing so much.
Yeah.
I saw someone today and they said they have not dermatitis. What's the something with your hands? Maybe it is.
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. With, like the
Dermatitis?
skin. Yeah.
And it was from using so much hand sanitizer, like
Yeah.
so regularly. They work at a health institute or health facility.
A little hack that I only just learned. How do you apply your soap?
Are you talking to me? I was just
Yeah,
waving
yeah.
at my neighbor.
How do you
Um,
apply your soap?
One squirt. How else? Just I pump it.
Can we get this as a snippet? Just one squirt, I pump it. It's Tommy Jackett just describing his sex life. Do you just squirt it into your hand, or do you like? So what I was trying to say is, I didn't know that you put water on your hand before you put soap.
All right, mate. What do you
Did you know this?
I might turn the tap on a little bit, pump
do you
soap
put
into
your-
my hand,
Yeah.
and then put my hands under and with a light bit of water, wash my hands with water and soap. And so it lathers them up. Sometimes if you want to go real kind of, surgeon like, yeah, you get a bit of soap, a little bit of water, and then just like, it's just, like there's no tap on. You just go hard washing your hands for 30 seconds. I don't know. Harry, you're surely someone who's
Expert. You
quite
spent-
proficient.
Well, I've got a 2-tap technique. It's great.
Oh, really?
So what you do, you
Do you double squirt as well?
no.
No.
So,
Okay.
so you turn on the hot tap.
Yeah.
So if you have bad stuff on your hands, you turn on the hot tap,
Yeah.
wash your hands, put on soap, wash your hands again, then turn on the cold tap,
Mhm.
wash your hands, turn off the hot tap, wash your hands, and then turn off the cold tap. So then that way, you're not.
Is this an official way, or is this considered a bit OCD?
This is a Harry way of doing things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have dirt on your hands. You're putting it on the tap,
hmm
washing your hands, turning off the tap, and putting it back on your hands.
Yeah. I mean, I've just even noticed the way that I'm opening doors. Like I've gotten very good at just using my. The problem is I'm using my knuckles for everything. So I worked out that I was using my knuckles to open the doors, but I was also using my knuckles to rub my nose. So I think it defeats the purpose in some way.
Well,
Yeah.
we were watching the footy just like 20 minutes ago, and every time somebody would touch another person, Josh would go, "Oh, oh,
No, it was
oh."
outrageous because you've got this hilarious thing at the Australian Football League is playing tonight to a stadium that holds 100,000 people,
Go the Tigers.
and there's no one there. And
What's the sound? So I don't have a TV. What's the vibe? Is it just
well, we just saw the pre-game because the show, the footy's actually just starting.
yes.
But they had Steve, what's his name, Quartermain. What's his
Yeah, Stephen Quartermain.
Stephen Quartermain? Is that his name? So the one's been doing for a while,
What? I don't know. We're doing what for a while?
commentating.
There's a bunch of commentators. There's
The big
50
one?
of them.
Oh, look at this! Is he that one?
Oh, I don't know.
That might be
They all
Bruce
do that, don't
McAvaney.
Bruce
McAvaney.
McAvaney. Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce has
Um,
been doing it for.
Is he
OG,
the
yeah.
older?
Yeah, he's the OG.
Older.
Delicious. That's his comment. Delicious. Yeah.
I don't know if that's. I've never heard him say delicious.
Well,
But
you,
anyway-
you don't watch football, bro.
You've never
got
heard
no
him say
idea.
delicious. I think unless you've gone out to dinner with him. But anyway, they had him and the CEO or someone from the AFL, and they were about 5 meters apart. They've got like the Vox Pop style microphones, but they've got Bruce has one, and then the AFL rep has like a shotgun mic. It is the most ridiculous thing that I've seen, because then they're cutting from that to in the change room. They're doing the whole thing where they're all grabbing each other, like someone like grabbing their hair and doing all shit. Like it was a real weird contrast.
I tell you what, since this self-imposed quarantine for you, Josh, your hair is looking washed. Have you been washing your hair more than just
So this is
once every fortnight?
This is really interesting you bring this up, because I'm actually using a new product.
Well, it looks light and it looks a bit dry.
Silky.
So
silk. I mean, it could be.
What's it called?
Could be
Sevs?
completely
Bondi
dry.
Boost.
Bondi Boost.
So
What are they boosting in Bondi?
Well, so Bree did a big order of Bondi Boost.
How big are we talking?
Like a couple of $100 and something bucks worth of these different products, and so I've got a coffee spray, and I spray it onto my scalp, and I do it 2 times a day.
Coffee.
Yeah, it's like a coffee sort of spray, and so potentially, I'm going to come back out of isolation with thick Tommy Jackett style hair.
Yeah. I mean,
Goldie replied to our Instagram stories saying, "This is the first time I think I've seen your hair, Josh."
Yeah. I mean, this is
She
what
didn't say whether it's looking good or not, but
I mean,
What does that
nor
mean?
was I, but it looks washed. Like it looks. Have you just been washing your hair more?
Nah. I think like I didn't wear a hat at all today.
Okay.
And so I think that potentially helps.
Did you go outside at all today? Because it was quite warm.
No, well, so the thing is, Happy's having to wear a jumper because I've got the aircon pumping. I've got the blinds down. I'm keeping a real tight ship. Here, but annoyingly,
Bloody freezing.
we decide like we're getting all of our admin in order. It's fantastic. I paid my phone bill. What were you going to say, Happy?
I was going to say you should actually have it hot, because that's how they sterilize things in like heat.
Well, I was watching Joe Rogan, who was talking about sauna, and the expert was saying it wouldn't help.
Heat.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't. So the point is, like, a lot of
saunas
things
are-
can't survive in heat, is what you're saying, Harry.
Yeah, correct.
So germs don't spread in higher temperatures. And so people were thinking, if I go into a sauna, that's definitely going to help like my body temperature heat up and help fight off whatever it is.
Sebs, how are we going about the corona? Is this too much? I mean, we've only
That's
spoken
okay.
about corona so far.
No, we've talked about your hair. We've talked about Harry's OCD stuff.
Do you want us to? So you're going through the notes you're taking. Do you want us to sort of?
here you
double-
go. Tonight's
double-
AFL footy match, Friday night drinks.
What else? What else, Robot? What should we go back on? What do you think?
Can
Do
you
you want to
just
go back
read
to
the
Harry's
transcript?
OCD? Do you want to go back?
I think the OCD stuff is really interesting. And
I
so
think it's fascinating. Can
Yeah.
we? One of the funniest stories you told us, Harry,
Yeah.
was it involved flour,
Uh-huh.
and I just thought that is so beautiful, and I love that you shared it with us. If you don't want to, don't.
No. I'm happy to. I'm
Happy
open
Harry.
book.
It's not Sunday. He's
Yeah,
happy.
No. So I was in this mental hospital in South Melbourne, and I was a little bit shitty with them because they put me on some sort of medication to calm me down. And I was sort of like, if you want to do a valid test, you don't put your test subject on medication to then test them.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too happy with them when I went in, and like we have to go up to like a little drive-through window almost to get our medication. There had to be 2 nurses in the room and everything. So, but eventually I went, they're not helping me at all. They're not doing any exposure therapy. They're not going with all me problems. They're not playing with my problems. So I went into the disabled toilets. Well, first I went to the cafeteria and I think he gave me 2 kilos of flour.
Why did the cafeteria give you 2 kilos of flour? Did he think you were making pizza bases?
No, I asked him to. And then I said, I'm paying top dollar for this joint. So he
So
gave it to me.
were you angry?
Sounds like you were running the joint, Harry. You had everyone on payroll.
I hope you do the same at RMIT.
No,
Just demand flour
I
for
do it my
reception.
student accommodation.
Yeah.
I tell them this isn't right. Like the PowerPoints aren't straight. And I say, I'm paying top dollar for this joint.
No, I love it. It's such a good flex.
And so
mate.
you get the flour.
So I get the flour. I go to the disabled bathroom and I just soak myself in it, like head to toe.
And so you used to be funny about like things like chalk and dust.
Yeah.
And so was this a bit of pushback saying, "Oh, I'm all fine now"?
Yeah, I guess so. But it's like if I want to try it, try playing with chalk or flour,
Yeah.
this is the place to do it in. Because like if the shit hits the fan and I go mad, well, I'm in a safe spot.
And so you did basically expose yourself to it, to confront it, and it worked.
Yeah, without the nurses. But then I was going home a few weeks ago and I got, you know how I'm attracted to old people on the trains?
Yeah, you can give context. I mean,
it's a weird fetish, but it's true.
you're an old soul and you like talking to old people. You're not
I'm
physically
like a
attracted to really
No,
old
no,
people.
No, I should reword that.
Yeah.
But so I sat down, and for the first time I got in a fight with an old person on the train. Stupid old person. She was stupid. I recorded it on voice memos.
I couldn't hear it. It was a terrible recording.
Oh, did I send it to you?
Because we were talking about doing a podcast, and you were suggesting you could produce it. And I was like, yeah, I think you could. And then you sent through, like, mate, hear this audio. And it was so bad that I started
Because
to...
you know how hard it is to record someone on the train without making it obvious?
And so why were you described her as an old bitch?
Can I finish the first story first,
Yeah,
and then
sure.
I'll come to that. So I ran into my old teacher on the train. She hopped on at Footscray. And I said, oh, Mrs. Clear. And she goes, oh. And I go, it's Harry from, where you used to teach. And then she goes, and I go, the boy who hated chalk. And she goes, oh, Harry, how are you? How's everything? So, yeah, that's where that story
And so
was
how bad was the whole chalk thing? They couldn't get whiteboards?
The whole school, there was one teacher, and she's actually sort of a family friend. Her classroom had a chalkboard, and I just remember being so shitty in that class.
And so talking about the altercation with the old lady that you recorded.
Oh, she was like, every time somebody would hop on, she's like, this is a reserved carriage.
A reserved carriage?
Yeah, because you have to reserve your seat on V-Line.
Okay.
In the front 2 carriages.
So V-Line, for people not in Victoria, is the regional train. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so was she right or was she wrong?
She was right, but she was telling everybody, even if they had a reserved ticket. And she was so rude to people. So I'll show her something. So I put my phone in my pocket, recording on voice memos, and I hopped off the train, hopped back on, went via the toilet.
Wait, so you were already on the train?
Yeah.
And so you thought...
I wanted to shit stir the situation a bit.
And so...
Love this.
So you've walked off. Did you have luggage with you or anything? Or no? Okay.
Oh, I left it there. Yeah. Because it was only washing for me to do.
Right, cool.
What if the door closed on you?
Oh,
and you couldn't get back.
So, and then I hop back on, and she goes, "Excuse me, you need a reserved ticket to sit here." And I go, "I've got one. How do you know I don't have one?" She goes, "Oh," and I said, "And don't speak to me like that." And then she's like, "Excuse me, I take this train every week, and it frustrates me when people." Oh, it just went on and on and on. So I went to get the conductor, and then he saw that. But
and what did the conductor do?
Ma'am, this is my job, not yours. It was so good.
Yeah, it's old school because they have the conductor walking through clipping tickets.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about going and seeing Seth in New York, going and they had all of that sort of stuff. And so, Harry, when it comes to exposure therapy, you you were also scared of, or you didn't like chewing gum,
I know where this is going.
and so how did you
So to overcome my I did this all in the one day before I was leaving, because I hadn't done anything with me.
Mhm.
Like, I
Sorry, Harry.
hadn't been
Like
chalk or anything.
when it got to this day, had it been a successful stay, or were you like,
Sort of, but
I
I
need
thought
to-
I could get more out of it.
it's cramming exam study into the last moment
Yeah.
before
is
you
this
do
going to
it?
be you on your last day at MIT? You're going to do like a big short film, you know? Just shoot, edit the whole
Big
thing.
feature.
Yeah.
Feature. So I went down to the cafeteria,
Mhm.
and I had a big sheet of A3 paper that I stole from the arts and craft box. And I got chewing gum from the vending machine, which I had to complain to Coca-Cola multiple times about.
Why?
Oh, it's shitty. It just stopped working and stuff would get stuck in the little gear.
Mhm.
You know, just and then it'll scratch against the glass and it'll shit. But so I got all my chewing gum and I went around the cafeteria and asked people if they were smokers or non-smokers. And then I got them to chew the chewing gum and stick it to my A3 sheet of paper.
Mhm.
And then I
Pretty
had,
fucking disgusting, really, isn't it?
yeah. And then I got a medicine cup and covered the chewing gum with that. And then my goal was to touch and play with the chewing gum,
Mhm.
because I used to lose my shit if I touched chewing gum under the table or something.
Oh, well, it is pretty gross. Yeah.
And then
It
I
is,
don't
yeah.
think I ever got around to finishing that experiment, because I think I recall finding it in my bedroom not that long ago.
The pack of like the sheet of
Sheets. I think it was under my bed.
oh, mate.
I can just picture me looking at it. Can't really remember the
And
details.
that's how coronavirus was created.
Yeah.
So
Um,
Harry, do you think you're sort of out of the woods on your OCD? Like, how do you then not have it? Is that the thing?
I'm heavily medicated
Mhm.
at the moment. So I was talking to Josh about it before. If I went off my meds, I don't know what I'll be like, because I don't really remember life before I wasn't on them, if you know what I mean.
And so yesterday, Happy was in a little bit of a tense time because you
Oh, it was a
couldn't.
clusterfuck, really.
Yeah, you couldn't find between not finding the salad and all that sort of thing, which, you know, it's hard being a veggie, I guess, in this time. Or maybe not. Maybe it's easier.
No, it is, because all the people that bag out veggios, then in a time like this, go and buy veggie meals from the supermarket.
So it's not ideal.
No.
I did buy some falafel stuff, so I'm sorry about that.
We'll let it slide this once.
Yeah, but so you had issues finding your meds.
Yeah. Every pharmacy in the CBD was out.
Are people stockpiling
I
meds?
don't know what it is, but I think
Yes, that's what they're doing, Josh.
But are they stockpiling? What's the actual meds do for you, Has?
Make me calmer.
Okay.
Are they
And make me
prescription?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All the
I think they're
unprescription meds are getting stockpiled
Yeah,
to
yeah.
asthma pumps, painkillers.
correct.
And so
I went out to South Yarra today, so I had a bit of a hike.
mhm.
Treb
It's more of a
and
walk than a hike. I think we sort of.
No, it felt like a
established.
hike.
How many
So
Ks?
I don't know. I trammed most of it, but it was still a hike.
Sebs, hike or walk?
I get it.
Definitely
It
a
was
walk.
actually,
It was
I
a
mean,
hike.
he mostly trammed. So that was a tram experience.
Is it on all trails?
Definitely
It
not.
doesn't matter. Anyway, so
I should have actually tracked it.
and so anyway, you can you, what's the deal with meds at this time? Can you call up and get them to put it aside? Can you like
No,
what's the
they
deal?
wouldn't let me take them. Like, because my prescription was like 4 boxes, say.
Mhm.
They would only let me take 2 boxes worth, I think.
What
Choose-
happens if you take too many of a
Mhm.
drug that makes you calm?
I don't know.
Mm,
I don't
might
want
do
to
it.
there we
try
go.
either.
Okay.
Just a
Yeah.
little experiment.
You don't do it. And so, do you think about with my asthma, it's not that bad, but I definitely feel more safe, like comfortable when I know where I have a puffer, just in case something went pear shaped.
It's like me with Natural Confectionery Company lollies. But I've
You-
had this I've done it again. I'm not even joking. I've done it again. We bought new ones and I ate them all today. What's Amy's? What's going on?
I know. Okay. When you have headphones on, you can't hear, and so I'm just nodding.
No, but you said, it's all good.
Yeah, I was just saying words. at that point.
Okay.
Someone just
There-
walked past. It was Amy's sister.
Okay.
There
Walked
was
past.
people in my mental hospital that did that, Tommy.
Yeah. No, so do
what
you,
yeah, go on.
Harry, do you feel comfortable, or do you feel if you didn't know where your medication was and you didn't have supply?
I can go a day without it. I've gone a day without it many a time, but
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
Have we
So-
seen you on a day without it? What do you
I
mean you
don't
shouldn't?
think
What
you
happens?
have. Oh no, like I shouldn't. It's not healthy to just stop them instantly. But like when I have theatre, I oh, it's now pay, still say. No pay, still say.
Yeah, Ice Cold Oz said, "What happened to no pay, no
Sorry, I
say
just saw
policy
that.
of the show?"
'Cause
Because Adam and Simon are doing that real hard at the moment on their podcast.
Gogglebox boys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I wonder what's happening with their show with the whole AFL stuff.
AFL's going ahead.
Well,
It's going ahead.
for how long?
It was on last night. Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
on radio.
think we'll be in lockdown in a couple of
Mhm.
weeks.
Oh,
But it will
don't say
be-
that. You'll
Lara
jinx
said,
us.
"I remember when Natural Confectionery Co. brought out fizzy drinks for a while. The only soft drink
What?
I'd ever drink.
Mate, I wonder if anyone's
Wow.
still got a bottle of that.
I'd love that, especially if it was sort of like in the like an apple sort of flavor."
I've potentially got a story. Yes. So, when I was in high school, when I was going to Wesley, we would get off
A
the
very good
train.
school, if you're not from Victoria.
What was that?
A very good school. Just setting the scene.
Good school, expensive school. I don't think they're the same.
Oh,
Expensive,
really?
yes.
Oh, so you didn't rate it?
Was it a private school?
Private school. It cost my
Was it
parents a fucking
Catholic?
fortune. Nah, like you still went to
Rich.
church, but not not Catholic. There's another one where it's just like they kind of just do church every now and then. I don't know. I can't remember the name. Anyway, so we'd get off the train Paran station, and we'd get our can of V and open it and just walk to school drinking energy drinks. That was the only time I got around energy drinks. But walking past on Greville Street, I'm just reading on Wikipedia, the Natural Confectionery Company, Josh.
Yeah.
You'd like this banter. In 1951,
I'll be the judge.
these companies merged into Sunrise. So there was a few companies. 3 years later, after the phenomenal success of this person's confectionery companies, Sunrise purchased a larger factory in Greville Street, Paran, to consolidate production. So I remember the logo of the Natural Confectionery Co.
Really?
And we'd walk past a lolly factory, and it would just, the smell of it. Oh,
It's still
you know,
in my hands.
you know how you that smell, like, you know how
Yeah.
you salivate when a bag opens from anywhere, you just,
Yeah.
So I get in trouble if I put pizza on my shirt. But it's okay for you to have natural confectionery on
Well,
your
because of
hands?
my hands were clean.
oh my god, sorry, I'll read
Hang
the
on,
start.
you've been to the toilet since you've eaten them.
And I wash my hands after every time.
Josh, I think I know why you like living in Abbotsford and that you like our office being in Abbotsford, because
Heroin.
Sunrise, the company
Hmm.
was founded by young blah 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 and his son. Initially, the
You're just
two
reading the Wikipedia now? Is that
Yeah.
what?
initially the two bought out Jupe and Son, a small confectionery business in Abbotsford, Melbourne. So there's a lot of connection to the Natural Confectionery Co. and Abbotsford, where our office is.
They also acquired another confectionery company in Camberwell, where your favourite cafe is.
Oh, mate. And yeah, I mean, this is 1 degree of separation from your lolly company.
Which you don't want any, like, that's not ideal in this time, you know? You want to sort of be
Oh,
isolated.
hang on, you've blown out again. Is that what you've done?
Yeah, no. So I was saying to Bree, I'm like, with this whole isolation thing, no one's going to really see us. Let's just lean into being disgusting
And
and just
fat.
eat whatever. And fat. Yeah, I wasn't going to use the F
Oh,
word on the
sorry.
show. No people were triggered by that. But yeah,
Oh.
just get real fucking fat. And then final sort of 2 weeks, we'll just sort of lean out. The one thing is, I was like, the only problem is stretch marks and loose skin. So we'll look pretty lean, but yeah, it's going to take time. Sean Parker. By the way, everyone, we if you're listening to the podcast, we stream it on YouTube now with video, and we're all in our respected houses. Respected? So we say
Well, mine's
respective. Thank you. And but
mine's
Harry's-
respected. My fucking house
Yeah,
is
respective,
Everyone in
thank
my
you.
house respects my house.
Harry is with me at my house in Collingwood. Sean Parker says, Josh, I'm making some Huevos Rancheros for breakfast. Got any pointers? I have my pico de gallo ready. Do you add chili paste to your black
Oh,
beans?
Jesus.
Sean, the way that I've been doing it is I add onion. I with so oil, butter, heat that up. You use the oil because it actually makes sure that the butter doesn't burn, and then you slice the onion sort of thin, diced, put it into the pan, cook that for a bit, then add the put the black beans through a sieve or sift.
I think it's a
All right, mate.
sieve.
I'm going to stop you there.
It's a sieve.
He actually didn't say that. He just said a tip. So give him one tip, not the fucking full
Make sure
recipe.
you season. Always add salt and pepper.
Done. So that's how it works. Emma Lang has just come to see Mr. 97's plants, and
It's been getting annoyingly a lot of love on everything,
It has, hasn't it?
including
your
the
book- your-
LinkedIn.
Your colored bookshelf got a lot of love.
Mm.
Or a little bit
TJ,
love.
what are you going to do to your background over this time?
Mate,
Sort of,
just really gonna have to. I might bring home a Nah, I won't do that. I gotta work it out. I'll get it sorted.
Can you get a backdrop? You need a nice little
I
fold-down
actually-
thing.
oh, his internet.
Yeah. Look, great plants, shit internet. I reckon
Yeah.
my crisp image just
Yeah,
looks great.
but-
I mean, you've got a $20,000 setup, and it just went poor quality.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
No, I was thinking I've got like some fairy lights. I thought they could look great.
Oh yeah,
Just sort of dangled down.
How
a very
fast your lens? Have a nice bokeh behind
yeah,
you.
1.8. It will work well.
It'll
I
work.
mean, interestingly, I feel that's sort of the classic. If you're sort of a bogan that wants to spruce up their backyard,
Oh man,
the first thing to add
love...
if you can't get the garden sorted,
Yeah.
No,
just if you want to do it properly, you would actually install like actual lights. Do you remember that? Like mates who would have lights installed, like coloured lights.
no, I disagree there, Josh. I totally disagree. If you want to dress up your backyard,
Mhm.
you get the little
What do you do?
fairy on a toadstool thing that does this, and the water fountain one.
Oh, so
That's how you dress up a backyard.
is that got sort of like a religious thing?
I don't think so.
See,
We're
the
watching
Easter's
Better
getting
Homes and
cancelled.
Gardens.
Hang on, sorry. What? Say that
I
again,
have
Josh. What was
Easter?
that?
I think Easter's getting cancelled. I think maybe the Vatican came out. I don't know if
Really?
this was
That
some sort of
can't be right.
joke, but I just-
Sevs, confirmation on this. Lara's just said fairy lights ? You hashtag YouTube influencer, which is very true.
It's very Sarah Dici of you to put fairy lights up in the background.
Yeah, but I think it would just look nice along the bookshelf. But it has to be right.
yeah.
And then
you
during
can
the
do
day,
sort of.
they're a bit useless during the day, aren't they?
Wonder what Christmas is going to be like this year.
Mate, have you? I mean, ScoMo came out and said 6 months minimum. This is going to affect the population.
Mhm.
6 months. Do you grasp that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Same. What are you ready for?
Just
Blowing
being at
out.
home, blowing out.
Don't
Just,
blow out, dude. Don't
I
blow
won't,
out.
I won't go crazy. It won't go crazy. But I'm loving that we've spoken many times about my anxiety of working out whether you hug, kiss,
Oh yeah.
or
So
handshake.
that's off the table.
And so I don't have to worry
Um,
about that anymore.
On a serious note, are you, Josh, feeling any anxiety? Mr. 97 reported some anxious breathing on a phone
Mhm.
call today, and
Oh.
then he said you're getting anxious about the anxious breathing.
Oh, no, my breathing's
I'm just-
annoying me. My back is sore.
Hang
I
on, I'm
feel
just
like-
checking in. Like,
yeah.
can you
Oh,
just
thank
do
you.
a once over? Like, are you actually affected by
No, I'm fine.
what's happening?
Fine. It's like the technology stuff is a little bit annoying. There are definitely annoyances. Bree doesn't like working from home. And so it's that classic thing of saying, hey, this is going to be happening for a long time. And I feel like there is a little bit of pushback because when I am enjoying it or having my natural confectionery company lollies, these things do provide a little bit of friction within, like I can't just eat it and just be happy.
She just wants you to be healthy, bro. You know what?
Well, the thing is, we've got 6 months to be healthy. Just give me a week.
Do you know, I'll tell you, I got home tonight and yeah, I wanted a bit of chocky. And there was a full block of Black Forest on top of the fridge. And Amy's been home. She's sick. She has a cold and she's not working from home. She's on sick leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to find this block and I saw no block.
She ate the
went straight upset. I said, Amy, where's the block? She said, there's no more block. I said, you're sick. You got to like worst
You're
time to be
sick.
eating.
You sound like my mum.
As in you're sick, like you have a cold. It's the worst time to eat.
Is it the worst time? I always thought that was the best time.
When you were sick, your body
needs to chill out.
Chilling out. You'd be better smoking a joint than fucking eating a block of chocolate.
Maybe, but we can't do that, can we?
Oh, not in this country.
Not easily.
But I mean, one's increasing your inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
The other, I mean, marijuana is probably lightening you up.
I don't know how much the chocolate is making me, or lolly's making me inflamed.
Sugar is my. Are you serious?
No, I don't think. Like, sugar, I think it's my hydration. It's my hydration.
Yeah, you know what?
I could type in salad inflammation and shit will come up.
Consuming excess added sugar and refined
Well, it's not
carbs
excess. It's a fucking packet.
Causes several changes in the body, which help explain why a diet in sugar can lead to chronic low-grade inflammation. It's horrible for your
salad
cells.
Dressing.
I love sugar.
Foods that provide that create inflammation. Here we go. This is good. No thanks. I don't want to add.
Yeah.
To the newsletter. Salad dressing.
Yeah. Because it's got sugar in it.
No. White rice.
Yeah, carbs.
Chips.
It says that. Yeah, all this stuff. Refined carbohydrates. So white bread, any just shit carbs.
Alcohol. Well, let's cancel virtual drinks if that's the case.
Mate, no, I said on the no, but I said, hang on, at the start of this week, I said on the show, not feeling great, I can't drink. Oh, no, I said that to my wife. Oh, my God, Bodie's here. Bodie, are you there? Do you want to come see the boys, Bo? I think he's coming. He creeps down. I think he's just.
Is he meant to be asleep?
Well, he's about to go to sleep. So he's yeah, he's going to come out. Bodie, come see the boys.
Only 8 o'clock.
Yeah, what time's your bedtime, Harry? Oh,
yeah.
here you go,
I've
Bodie.
been
Do you
going
want
to
to come see
bed
the
at
boys?
about 1.
Come see the boys.
1 o'clock, you going to bed?
Yeah.
Oh, look at his jammies.
Hey, Bodie.
Hey, Bodie.
Say hi, guys.
Hi guys.
Hello. I'll play the music, Bodie, and when the music plays, you've got to do the intro, okay? You've got to say it's the Daily Talk Show episode 600, okay?
Yep.
Ready?
It says right there.
It's pretty good. Not perfect, but I mean you're tired.
Room for improvement.
Yeah. What are you most excited about at the moment?
I'm the Mason one.
What about Mason?
The Mason. I'm the Mason one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, what's my name?
Josh.
And do you know what this guy's name is?
Yeah.
You shouldn't. I don't think you do. But I'm confident. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll be happy.
Happy Harry.
Happy.
Yeah, that's it. That's great.
Who's a monkey, Bodie?
You're a monkey?
Mason, I guess you were still home.
Yeah, I'm at home.
Why?
Where else would I be?
You mean George?
Where's George?
No. He's in the office.
Yeah, I think he's gone. George has gone home too.
Yeah.
Have you been washing your hands at daycare?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you wash your hands?
Like this.
Oh, that's good.
How do you sneeze?
Yeah, how do you sneeze? Oh, not on the microphone.
Do you put soap on first or water on first?
soap on.
Soap on, just like Dad. Okay.
I'm the
One
pink,
pump.
but I can't say the pinky promise.
No pinky promise. No touching at the moment.
Pinky promise, Daddy.
Are you still? Are you following the social distancing? Are you staying away from your friends?
I put on the Daily Talk Show, and I will see the Daily Talk Show 1.
Oh, there we go. That's a great little snippet. Thanks, Bodie. Well, enjoy your night, okay? And have great dreams about us.
Say bye, Joshy.
Okay? Bye.
Say bye, Joshy.
Bye, Joshy.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Bodie.
Bodie.
Say bye, Mason.
Gorgeous.
Bye.
Sorry about that.
Bye, Mason.
Okay,
Bye,
that's
Mikey.
We're
enough.
peaking. We're peaking.
Yeah, we are peaking.
Meltdown,
love
meltdown.
Love you. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Anyway.
good fun. All right. There we go. I think that's the end of the show, guys.
Yeah.
We have been getting some emails, Mace.
Have we?
About that? Yeah, we got an email.
Hang on, give me a second.
Oh, here we
Lara
go.
says, if we're having 1 p.m. bevs, I'll look like the most irresponsible pet owner when I take my cat to the vet.
Well, the vet doesn't need to know. What's Bodie doing out the back there?
I don't know. He's fixing up the
Dressing up the
background.
bookshelf.
Yeah, he's trying to do some color blocking and add some plants.
Yeah, so we got an email from showbaker Alex. Who would you be in lockdown with for 2 weeks if you were away from your family? Can be anyone, just no one from your family.
Oh, Sam
Who'd you pick?
Harris. Sam Harris. Sam Harris.
What do you think, Harry?
Sarah Dici.
Rhymes with peachy.
Yep. Can you send that to her, please? And then I might meet her one day.
So,
Actually,
so Sarah's a
she'd be locked-
YouTuber.
she's
she'd be
my
locked down.
favorite person. She is. And then get Matt Diavella to forward it on to her, please.
Okay,
Thank you.
it's very specific.
Thank you.
Who would I want? So not Brie. No. That was a question. Not
Oh,
Brie.
jeez, can you get that as a snippet, Mason?
Yeah, you should
No,
rephrase that.
no, that was
Send
because
that
not
to Brie.
family, not family. So not
I'm
Brie.
absolutely sick of her.
No, 'cause if-
Absolutely.
No, if because otherwise I would pick Brie. Now if I had to pick someone else, I don't know.
Me?
Probably
Let
not.
me- just give me a few seconds.
Everson.
George, I think he's just like
Good
real
vibes.
chill, and I reckon if we got into a fight and we needed to fight for the last piece of black beans, I think I could beat the shit out of him. Plus, yeah, sometimes he makes.
What about you,
Go
Seb?
to the beach.
Yeah.
There's this bloke that I'm following on Instagram at the moment called Ross Edgley. He's the bloke who swum around the UK. It took him a couple of months, but I'd isolate myself with him.
Wait,
I
so
think
are we trying to pick people who would be able to help us in a disaster?
No,
Well,
it's
no,
to,
I just wanted to work out with him. It'd be fun.
I
it's
just
to
wanted
kill
meet her.
time. It's
Good
to
energy.
talk. I could meditate with Sam. We could talk about. He could educate me.
Mm,
That's true. Jay Shetty would be good as well. He's
Nah,
good at
Nah,
meditation and
nah.
stuff.
nah.
I
think
like
he's-
Jay, but I like Sam more.
I think Jay's very good at social media and Instagram.
You can talk the talk.
I don't know how much more you're getting from
Bit of
Jay
rah-rah.
in the room. Yeah, slightly. I think that we need to bring everyone together this time, but I just think there's other people.
Matthew McConaughey's great as well.
Oh yeah,
he's,
he's
mate,
posts
he's
on
very
Instagram.
calming.
How good is he? I
Mate,
love it.
Seb's-
the green light, fucking, you got to get through the red to get to the green.
mate.
always a green
Seb's.
light
You
after
should have heard
the
him
red.
today. I love Matt. I love him. Oh,
Definitely.
I mean, he's great.
No, he's good. No, I'd probably let me do one more.
Well, you just pick
Well, you
someone
wanted to
within
s-
our team.
You wanted to spend your last night with Tay Tay.
No, well, see, this is the problem. It ends up going into that same
Oh,
area where I
nah.
mentioned the.
Oh yeah, it's the pussycat doll. No, I reckon. Yeah, you know
yeah,
the blonde one. The that's what you said, mate.
No, probably. No, well, you were saying if
Just stay on topic. Who would you isolate with if you couldn't do the person that you love most, Brie, outside of them, anyone in the world?
Just give me 10 seconds to think about it. Yeah, isn't that interesting? We have to decide in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I know
Okay,
you're
ready?
not choosing Missy Higgins because her dad has coronavirus.
Yeah. But I do love
Even
it.
though
She's
you'd
got
love
some
it.
solid bangers. Bankers.
Good accountants. Good.
Yeah, good
and
accountants.
bankers,
Fuck,
yeah.
our accountants are good.
Dialed
Shout
in.
out to RBK.
Yeah,
How good are our accountants?
mate?
Definitely.
I'd get around
Yeah,
Jason doing isolation with
Taver.
Jason.
Taver and Jason.
Just,
Taver can
mate,
look after the specifics of Zero. Jason can be he can look after all entertainment. He's just across the board. I feel like he'd be great at it. Like he was having a ball in Los Angeles.
you know you found the right accountants when you'll say that you would isolate with them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Usually
definitely.
like, mate, I fucking can't be in the room with that asshole.
Could you imagine our last accountants being isolated? just like, mate, what are you doing? For I got so many emails. Oh, I think it's gone to spam. My spam's fucked. Everything's fucked. Just yeah, very good. It's a daily talk show.
You didn't answer the
Hang on, who's your
question.
person?
It's very hard. I
No,
actually
look,
don't.
Everyone
Mate,
said it. This is. I want to be the guy that all over again.
Yeah.
Brene Brown. It could be Seth Godin.
Scott Morrison.
Scotty from marketing.
Scotty from, no, I have a soft spot for Kevin Rose.
Oh,
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
You
Yeah,
tell-
yeah,
was
yeah.
that the guy who threw the raccoon down the stairs?
Yeah.
That guy's a
Yeah.
hero.
I'll definitely fuck Kevin Rose. That's what we're talking about. No, he's a great guy. What are you okay, Sebs?
Yeah, I'd
Got
give him
his
one as
mouth
well.
wide open.
Yeah, he's doing his mouth wide open thing.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's great because we have it in delay so we can watch it. It's very funny. George Clooney, says Lara. I mean,
Yeah.
how many pods is he bringing?
Oh yeah.
It's only instant as well, so it's a bit of a nightmare.
Oh,
It's
do you
in
know
the
what
mansion.
Bree's just told me about a little bit of a dirty secret she had.
What is it?
So at work, she gets it because this is the thing. So when people are saying to isolate at home, all the dirty secrets are coming out.
What's coming out? What has
I don't
she
know
done?
if I can even say it.
Oh,
Well, you
She-
can't do that.
She is
is this what I had to comment on?
no. So
Okay, good.
she's what was it? She had to. What did you have to comment on?
Oh, some stupid person.
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't
no,
say
no,
that.
no.
Because I was going to put you up if you were going to say that.
Can you just say
You
it?
brought it up.
Yeah. No. She's been drinking these satchels of coffee that make cappuccinos. So it's an instant, but it also has the milk component. You add water, and you have a cappuccino.
And is she, are you saying this is like her cheating on the cafe?
Well, I just think that if you're in Melbourne and she freaks out if she doesn't have fucking almond milk and it's all this specific shit.
Nah.
Yet she's got these satchels. The other thing is,
This is just
Like
getting
that,
your
but it's
privilege
just-
in check, bro. I've
Yeah.
got my dried, blend 43 or whatever.
well,
I got a big bag of it, son.
well, the other thing is, Bree heard us mentioning Deb, the potato
Yeah,
mix.
she's
We ended
getting
up
around
watching videos. She actually grew up eating a lot of Deb.
it. And it sounds just fitting that she's drinking
Yeah.
pre-made coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Sevs, we had another email. Was it from Mark? Have we read out the email from Mark? I haven't got it with me.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
Switzerland.
we did.
Talking
Yeah,
about
we
us.
did.
We did
Yeah,
that
was
yesterday.
there anyone else? I feel like we had other emails. Leave us
Oh,
a
yeah,
review
for-
on Apple
so-
Podcasts as well.
Well, you got some recipes from
Oh yeah, Karen.
George's mum.
Yeah, there was
They
that
look
as well.
great.
Was there anything else? Oh, well,
Avocado with black bean vinaigrette.
Just having a look.
You should definitely make that. Actually, it looks
Yum,
great.
that sounds good.
Yeah, no, it is.
You know, but you get into dude, you need avocado though. I've got a recipe. for you.
Avocados are very hard
Yeah,
at this
that's-
time. You know.
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
they?
yeah, well,
Well,
yeah,
because like they're gonna last for a fucking 2 days.
ah,
Oh,
yeah.
true.
We need to be preparing for 6 months. You know.
Anyway, guys, it's the end of the day, end of the
Yeah,
show.
great.
Thanks for
So
listening.
tomorrow, what time?
Are we doing one? Do you want to do 1 o'clock?
Can we do a virtual drink at 1 o'clock? Just we
Yeah,
all have one.
I'd rather
can
hold off
still-
until the end of the day, 4 p.m. Get stuck
I'm
into
sick of doing the show late though. I want to do
it.
it.
What do you
early.
got on, mate? You got to be somewhere?
No, I just feel like if we get it done, it's like it gives us momentum. It gives us like
Does it for them?
That's a-
What?
to be to be up and about, because like
Do you
I
want
feel like
momentum? Like
yeah,
tomorrow,
no, I
don't
do.
you just
You
want
have
to
a
chill
drink
out?
early.
When do you
To be-
like, Sebs? When do you like doing the show?
I mean, I prefer earlier, but I mean, 4 o'clock's okay.
Nah,
It's
4 o'clock.
Just not
It's the thing. Yeah, we
8:30.
could knock off at 4 o'clock.
Mate, start later. Sleep in. You got no
there's
kids. You
there's
can
no-
you
I
can
just-
sleep
I'm-
till 10.
I like the idea of we could do, 10 o'clock. Like I don't know if I'm at home, which I am, but just think about everyone else. If they're at home or whatever, if it's 4 o'clock, they want to fucking unwind by the end of it. If we do it,
You think
one-
everyone's
whole
at home at the
point.
moment?
Yeah, exactly. I reckon everyone's at home.
But you unwind watching.
Actually, that's
the
interesting.
show
Let's
having
do
a
a
drink.
poll. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but the thing is, I think there's something at
Okay.
1
how about
o'clock
this?
on
How about
Friday.
this?
No one's gonna be productive at 1 o'clock on Friday.
Can you just let's put it on Instagram? Can we
Ian
do-
says if you start drinking at 1, you'll be smashed by 4. Lara says 4 p.m. means we all tune in after a day of work instead of getting pissed.
Yeah, that's a
our
good
lunch
point. That's a
breaks.
good point because people aren't necessarily. There's people are still working. You're saying you want to get momentum for the day, but people are also doing their own thing.
Okay, so
reckon
we're
you
doing
could-
4.
I reckon you could knock off at 4, so people are working all day, and then they get to enjoy a
Okay,
beer and a show.
okay,
with
4
us.
o'clock. Red wine.
I don't think
Um,
for. I think for
Harry, what are you going to have?
Water.
Really, you're not going to have anything? Okay.
I can't afford anything.
Now, what about if I gave you something to take home? Actually, no, I don't really have anything. Champagne or something.
No, I've got a bottle of red back home that I got for directing, but I'm saving that for a special time.
He's saving that to pour
tomorrow.
all over himself. I would watch that, Harry.
3D Dill stuff. Oh, we should get.
Oh,
we should try and
yes.
get 3D Dill on tomorrow.
That would be good. Well, what's the time?
Yeah, how's the time difference work?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because
We'll
you
have
don't want him drinking at 5 a.m.
Yeah, why not? That's a deal.
It's middle of the night for Dill. It'd be
What
like
time is it now? 1?
it's 5:23 a.m.
Okay,
in
sure.
Ontario,
Yeah,
Canada.
2 a.m.
It's around the
it'd
same.
for
It'd
him.
be
Ontario.
Sorry. 2 a.m. Poor Dill. You know he'd stay up though. He's probably locked down. The quarantine is probably going down there.
Sean says 4 p.m. works for me. I'll have a breakfast stout. He's in the
Oh,
UK.
yes. Are you locked down, Sean? Are you? I heard the UK is going into lockdown tomorrow. Can we get a confirmation on that before we finish the show? Thank you, Sean. I would like to hear. I heard a couple.
Glenn says it's late, 5:30 a.m. in Florida. This is perfect.
Glenn, just push through from the night before, mate. From today for you. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Or tomorrow for you. Yeah.
Yes. I'm just saying if there's any others. The other thing I would suggest, guys, is go and listen to Jason PJ's podcast from today.
Oh yeah.
Because you got to mention.
It's because Tommy Jackett got. Do you have any
He
response?
got a good plug, didn't he?
It's pretty hurtful when someone says the hot one because it's sort of implying that the other one's a fucking dog. So
dog.
So
What's wrong with being a dog?
Jason
There's some
PJ
good-looking
said
dog.
that Tommy is the hot one. What does that leave? Where does that leave me?
Would you
Where
just
d-
the
where
other
d-
one? You'll get your own class of. You'll get a class of your own. The bit eccentric one, the one the bit anxiety-ridden guy. That's what didn't Jay say that?
But now that you got your good hair,
Yeah,
But
might
this is just for
change.
today. So anyway, schools are closed though, says Sean.
Say again? What did Sean say?
Not 100%. They're not 100% lockdown, but schools are closed. But you probably can go just to news and find that out there as well. Great. It's the Daily Talk Show. Hi at thedailytalkshow.com is the email address. Again, if you're just listening, you can watch us live on YouTube. Please do that. You can give us a review at Apple Podcasts too. And we'll just continue to upload the show as we regularly do, plus the live streams as well, as we try and sort out what the end of the world's going to look like.
Yeah, I mean, lockdown does mean that we can do it every day live.
Yeah.
So,
So Saturday, Sunday, all that sort of stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys.
I like Chip Sam Sandham 97 says the quality of Mason's webcam is impeccable.
That's what a
Good try.
C200 gets you.
Do you,
With
I can't
mini
tell if they're
add-ons.
joking or not.
I don't
I
think the
that- I
colours
think that's
is
probably
good
a
though.
troll.
It doesn't look too bad. Anyway,
Because
you
it's a
can-
Canon, so I thought it would have had better colours than the Panasonic.
well, he's
I haven't
got
set
it
up
on a
the
very
color yet.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys, drink water.
Okay.
and
all right.
stay healthy.
As long as
Bye,
your
everyone.
system-
Have a good one.
Love you.
Bye.